Welcome to Movie News and Chill, where we love movies and we love to chill. My name is Tyler, and today we are reviewing the newest family comedy, Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry is a live-action interpretation of the famous rivalry between Tom the Cat and Jerry the Mouse, starring Chloe Grace Moretz, Michael Pena, and Colin Jost. My reviews are usually non-spoilers, that way I can give you a chance to check it out in theaters, or in this case, HBO Max. Now, for those who don't know, Tom and Jerry is probably one of the most oldest and longest running cartoons pretty much ever. Like it's been around since like the 1940s. I myself grew up watching Tom and Jerry as well. I mean, I liked it pretty much enough growing up. I mean, I kind of stopped watching it like while I was going to my teenage years, but for what I remember, it was a nice little simple kids show with slapstick humor. Jerry trying to get away from Tom trying to get the best of Jerry, and for what it was, it has a simple formula. It's a simple kids show. Now, since Tom and Jerry is such a popular media among the public, of course they will eventually get their live action movie. But instead of what you expect to be like the CGI treatment, like the Smurfs or the Alvin and the Chipmunks, this particular movie, Tom and Jerry, they're pretty much in the real world, but instead of like using CGI, they exist within a hand-drawn 3D type animation. So pretty much like Roger Rabbit or Space Jam pretty much. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a fan of that type of animation because it doesn't feel real really. I mean, it's different if it's like a CGI character because it can be somewhat convincing, but when it's something like Roger Rabbit or Bugs Bunny, I can't really relate to it because I can tell it's not there. It's just a drawing, really. So it makes you think that the actors really aren't interacting with anything. Random thought: it always bothered me that Tom and Jerry were the only animals within Tom and Jerry universe that can never talk. Like every other animal, like Spike or Droopy, those animals can talk, but Tom and Jerry were the only animals that they can never talk. They were always voiceless characters, really, and it's kind of hard to really attach to characters like this because they only rely on physical comedy, really. So, and it just seems kind of just a weird formula to exist within the real world. Like why would you have these animals talk and these animals that can't talk? Like, what makes them special than the other? In terms of the movie, it was pretty much exactly what I would expect, especially from looking at the trailer. I mean, like, for one, I knew exactly that the characters of Tom and Jerry would be the side characters in their movie because, of course, they're cartoon characters and they don't speak. So naturally, you're gonna depend on the boring human characters. Don't get me wrong; the actors try their best trying to utilize the material that they have, despite it not being much. But even they can't really save this movie. I mean, the main actress is Chloe Grace Moretz, who plays who's mostly known for playing Hit Girl from the Kick-Ass movies, and Michael Pena, who I'm mostly known from the Marvel Ant-Man movies, and he's pretty funny, but he's kind of dry in this movie, unfortunately. Really cringy humor. Shout out to Colin Jost from SNL because I was really looking forward to seeing him in this movie. And of course, there's Ken Jeong, whose role is like actually small, considering he was like the funniest dude in the old Hangover movies, and now he's dwindled down to a kids movies, trying to be as G as possible. But overall, I really can't see children really paying attention to this movie longer than a minute. Really, I mean, it's not very entertaining. Overall, I give the film a 0 out of 10. It's definitely not a film for me, and it's definitely not a film that I don't see your kid will watch either. I mean, Tom and Jerry is just a product of its time, really, and I don't see it really being part of this modern day age of comedy, especially for modern day cartoons. So I can't really recommend the film, so not even for nostalgic purposes either. Guys, hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on all my social medias. This has been Tyler from Movie News and Chill.